Hey there fellows, Buddy Spike here. This is PT-17 Stearman, Payware add-on by DC Designs. This aircraft was built for United States Air Force as a trainer. More than 10,000 units were built during 1930s to 1940s. Like any good trainer, the Stearman is easy to fly, but hard to fly accurately. A lightweight combined with 7-cylinder radial engine meant that a pilot must be mindful of the throttle throughout all the phases of flight, and touchdowns require stick and rudder work. It is said that if you can fly a Stearman on climb out and keep control of your drift, you can fly anything. My special thanks to JustFlight.com for providing me a copy of this beautiful aircraft designed by DC Designs. In this video I will show you everything there is to see in this add-on and give you my thoughts. Hope you enjoy the video, fellas. The aircraft comes with quite a few liveries. We have USAF, and then we have red civilian one. I like this one quite a lot. This one is a very good looking one. And then we have silver civilian, and then we have PH Tox, and then we have Old Crow, okay, and then we have RCAF. We got about 6 liveries, which is pretty nice. So we are out here at a beautiful day east of Orlando, and first I'm going to do is check out the exterior of this aircraft. Now, as you can see, the exterior looks quite good, even at close-up. The details are there. As you can see, even the engine itself has pretty interesting detail. And oh, there's even a number plate. There's even a label plate for the engine. And, oh, we can even see the serial number and everything. Wow. Okay. And we got a label on the propeller. And what does it say? It says, oh, DC Designs propeller blades. So I didn't know DC Designs also designed propeller blades, but that's pretty cool. And oh, we have another number plate over here. This one is not as detailed as the other one, but it is also readable. So that's pretty awesome. So overall, the 3D model is actually very nice. Even at really close-ups, you can see tiny details, rivets, and reflection surfaces, and wires. Very good. Now this is a 2-seater aircraft. I don't know if co-pilot is allowed, so I'm gonna hop in the cockpit now and see how that is. Right, so the cockpit also looks very nice, and this is since it's a really old aircraft, you don't really have anything to protect you like a glass or anything, so it's an open cockpit like a top-down race car. And the cockpit as well is detailed very nicely, high quality detail, and with all the gauges and buttons working. And I'm gonna just test this pitch and roll. So there's sound for everything in this aircraft. There's sound for everything, as you can see, as you can hear. And yeah, I forgot to mention the engine sound of this aircraft is just amazing. When you start it up and when you fly it, it's really good. I'm just gonna start up the engine and let you hear it. Just gonna give it a little throttle. And the beast is alive. Okay, gonna keep the engine running and not let the engine stall. Okay, so back in the inside view, the engine is actually very loud when you're inside, and it is less loud when you're outside. Normally it's the opposite for the other aircrafts. Because of the missing shield of the cockpit, it's a lot louder inside. So what I'm gonna do is throttle up and take this thing in the air and see how it flies. Alright, going full throttle and park and brake off. It is like almost impossible to see what's in front of you, so you just try to keep it straight and pray for the best. And now the tail is lifted, and now it's a little easier to see, and yeah, I gotta adjust the yaw because it's a single engine aircraft. And I think we are at takeoff speed. Yes, we are. We're about 70 knots, and just gonna pull up a little bit, and boy, it is loud in here. And just gonna check out the outside view. Just listen to this. You know what I'll try to do is land this aircraft in VR mode and see how it feels like. Oh man, in VR you have a better perspective of how big the plane is. It kind of looked like very small in 2 dimensions, but boy, this plane is just, I would say this aircraft really shines in VR. And you can actually move your head up a little bit in order to see a little better if you're having troubles looking in front of you. And wow, this is amazing in VR. I'm gonna try to land this aircraft in VR and see how it feels. You can hear the wind blowing over you, and it's really amazing experience. One of the really good things is all the gauges and everything, it is all readable, and you have no problem recognizing the dials and the avionics. Everything is just perfect in VR. Alright, so my speed is about 100 knots. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot for landing. So I'm just gonna throttle down and let the plane decrease its speed until I have a stall speed and touchdown. So I feel like the controls are so much better when you're inside the cockpit. Okay. Oh, that's a little bumpy touchdown. Actually, my speed was a little too high. Now I'm at 60 knots. Oh, my plane wants to go right. Okay, that was a bad landing, and yeah, just gonna use the brakes. And one of the things I noticed about this aircraft is that when you're braking, the tail does not lift up. Normally, for these tail draggers, the tail would lift up, and then you would have to pitch up. You would have to pitch up in order to keep the tail down. But for this aircraft, you can just brake, and the plane will just brake and not let the. Oh my God! The plane sound just go crazy when you go over 140 knots. Oh, this is really scary. Oh my goodness! The sound, the creaking sound the plane makes. It's like it's about to break, and really vigorous engine sound. And the faster you go, the faster the wind noise, and really makes you feel high sense of speed. And this is something I never felt with the closed cockpit planes. Alright, you know what, this time I'm gonna have a smooth touchdown, so I'm gonna be prepared early and hopefully have a nice touchdown with this aircraft. Alright, I think I'm gonna have a good speed by the time I reach the runway. I'm almost 75 knots and decreasing. Just gonna have a beautiful touchdown this time. 50 knots. Sorry, that was 70 knots. So now I'm about to reach 60 knots. And alright, the moment of truth is near. Beautiful. Oh, this was still a little bumpy. But I think a lot better than the last time. What do you say? Okay, now the tail has touched the ground and the plane's front just lifts, and then you can't see anything in front of you. Well, this is how the planes are back in around World War I time. Now the aircraft comes with a beautiful written manual. It's a very detailed manual with all the contents you would require: general performance table, aircraft familiarization, power plant. Now in the performance table you can learn all the specs of this aircraft. And okay, stall speed with 50% fuel and oil. Okay, so 48 knots is the stall speed for this aircraft. And time to 10,000 feet is 17 minutes. Okay, 10,000 feet, it can actually fly that high. Cruise speed is 83 knots. Okay, and maximum airspeed is, oh, I actually took it to like I think 160 knots, and the plane was just going crazy. Empty weight is 1,009. Okay, it's almost the size of a small car. So this is the main panel layout. So we have control lock lever, mixture lever, throttle lever, all the levers, and all the things are labeled in this document. So yeah, this everything you need to know about. Oh, we have a fire extinguisher as well. This is the trim lever. So everything you need to know about this aircraft, you'll find it in this document. So this aircraft can be purchased for $15 from justflight.com. And trying my best to be unbiased, in my opinion, if you're a fan of World War I to World War II era aircrafts, I'm sure you'll like this one. I feel like it has done everything right, from detailed design to sound and flight handling. And just want to put it out there that this aircraft looks similar to Pitch Special, but it flies totally different from it. So the physics model is not just taken from any other aircraft. So that'll be all for now. As always, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Buddy Spike out.